Hello, this is a prepaid call from Randall, an inmate at the Virginia Department of Corrections, Red Onion State Prison. To accept this call, press 0.
This is Randall Via. I'm currently serving 1,214 years for capital murder in Red Onion State Prison in the state of Virginia in the USA. This is my podcast, Red Onion Randy. I hope you enjoy listening to me today. This is Randall Via. I'm currently serving 1,214 years for capital murder and armed robbery in Keene Mountain Correctional Center in Oakwood, Virginia. This is my podcast, Red Onion Randy. That is right, y'all have heard. I've been finally transferred to a medium security prison, no longer in Supermax, and I can't thank God enough for it. But a little bit of business to take care of first. I have a toll-free number if you would like to call, leave a message, encouragement, ask a question, whatever it may be. The number is 1-888-524-1932. That's in the United States. Anyone outside of the U.S., simply put a plus in front of the 1, and it's the exact same number. I hope to hear from you. I apologize that it's taken me so long to get back to recording. 2023 was pretty much the worst year of my life. I'm not going to go into all the reasons why, I will in, following podcast here and there, I'll talk about a lot of the stuff that I was dealing with and going through there. But I've been gone so long, I want to do a positive podcast, let y'all know that, I'm okay. I'm out of Red Onion. I'm out of Wallens Ridge. I'm no longer there, and I couldn't be more happy. When I got here to Keene Mountain, it's such a culture shock. It's so different. The prisons are different. The buildings are different. The yard is everything about it is different. It's an old school prison. I'm wearing boots. I'm wearing actual boots. Yeah, granted, for, people on the street, state boots would suck for y'all. They're hard soled. They're 1-inch thick, solid rubber soles made from recycled car tires. You got this really stiff, cheap leather uppers and everything, and they're like a doo-doo brown in color, and they got shoelaces, and I'm loving it. I'm flat out loving it. I get to wear boots. I get to wear something on my feet that feels solid. I'm used to, them little crappy boat shoes, that we call Jackie Chan's, or, the Velcro shoes that they sold on commissary up there for damn near $40, that you get them wet once and they basically just disintegrate and melt, which, is a waste of money. Look, I got jeans, actual blue jeans. They got a button on them. They got a metal zipper. I have to be careful because I'm used to wearing nurse's scrubs all the time, and I don't want to get something small and precious caught in the middle of the teeth. That's going to hurt like hell. So I've had to be very careful. Seriously, I'll stand there in a porcelain toilet, by the way. No more metal for me. I've graduated, damn it. I can defecate and urinate in an actual porcelain toilet. Man, y'all don't know how good that feels on my ass. And it's just like, so I'm not trying to be too descriptive, but I'm trying to be descriptive at the same time. So, like, you know, when I go to zip up, like, I'm pushing everything in. I'm pulling the zipper out as far as it'll go, and I'm being extremely careful. I'm keeping one eye on it. And it's just funny, you know, to me. You know, I've got a button-up shirt. I don't even know what it's not denim. It resembles denim, but it's not actually denim. And it's just, I feel like a human being now. Yeah, it's amazing just how much clothes, how good it can make you feel. Like, I'm wearing prison state clothes. Like, trust me, anybody in the fashion world tried to wear this, like, they would be absolutely horrified. I'm telling you right now, like, if Heidi Klum or somebody had to wear these clothes, like, when they took them off at night, they would crawl in the shower like a rape victim. Like, they would be that horrified at it. But for me, simply because I have perspective, simply because I've spent the last 25, 26 years, you know, in a Supermax prison wearing scrubs, like, I can put my hand in a pocket. You know, I can, oh God, it feels so good. You know, the food is slightly better here. It's not great. You know, it could and it should be better, but it's better than up top. You know, I have to constantly tell the people here who, you know, who gripe and complain about the food, like, bro, it's much worse. It's much, much worse at Red Onion and the Ridge. Like, man, stop this, man. Y'all really don't know how good y'all have it here. You know, this one boy was crying, like, man, I would rather be at Red Onion. I would rather be at Wallens Ridge. Man, I hate this place. I said, all right, you see that CEO over there? Yeah. Well, walk over there and punch him in the mouth. I guarantee you they will accommodate you quick, fast, and in a hurry in your desire to go to Red Onion or the Ridge. You ain't gonna do it? No, I ain't gonna do that. Then, well, Hoss, you don't want to go there bad enough. You know, not talking to him. You know, it's just, like, it's so much better here. I get to go out on the yard, and the yard is actually huge. Like, the smallest yard, we used to be one giant rec yard that everybody would go out to. Them days are over with now, you know, simply because of all the gangs and the gang violence and all that stuff. But me personally, I say let them fight, you know, because it's going to stop a lot of the bullshit they have to deal with and we have to deal with. Let them fight. But they see things a little bit differently than I do, so I'm ass out on that wish. So the smallest yard is bigger than the entire prison at Red Onion or Wallens Ridge. You know, I mean, it's the smallest rec yard we have is the entire Red Onion prison would fit inside it. And then you got two huge yards. When I go on the lower yard, from the building, the front of the building, for me to walk all the way down to the lower yard and all the way across the lower yard to get at the back where you've got the weight pile at, it takes me 5 minutes of walking just to get there. That's how big it is. And I'm loving it. I've been lifting weights. I know I'm an absolute proponent, and I will continue to always be, you know, of convict conditioning and Paul Wade, you know, his workout routines and everything, because they got me strong. Like, they really did get me strong. It's just they weren't building the muscle on me that I want, and that's simply because I can't get the, you know, the sausages and the cheese and the, you know, the tuna fish and the mackerel and everything every single week that I would need to get big on calisthenics. So, you know, I've started lifting weights since I've been here. And I'm starting to get jacked. You know, my chest is popping out. My damn triceps, I'm not going to lie, my triceps look amazing. I'm getting bigger. I'm stronger. I'm faster. I'm better. I'm healthier. I feel better. Mentally, I didn't realize. I knew I was under stress at the Ridge, especially the Ridge. Like A4, that pod was the worst pod I've ever been in. There was just so many fake killers, and yeah, I'm not going into all that because I'm probably going to have to start cussing if I do, and y'all don't want to hear me doing that, and I don't want to do it my damn self. But, I feel so free. Like, I look forward to waking up in the morning. When I was at the Ridge, I got the psychiatrist up there to put me on Benadryl just so I could get an extra 3 or 4 hours of sleep every day so I didn't have to deal with the place, so I didn't have to face it. Like, now, I got off the Benadryl. I'm no longer taking the Benadryl. I'm no longer taking the Lexapro for my PTSD. I feel so much better. I enjoy waking up in the morning. I enjoy walking around. Like, I get to go to the library. I don't have to wait for the books to come to me. I can actually turn in a slip of paper and saying, hey, I want to visit the library on this day, and I get to go. And I get to walk over to the library. And it's actually, it's a good library. They got the entire back wall you got one half of it from floor to ceiling is all fantasy, and the other half is science fiction. I'm not the biggest science fiction guy, but they do have a lot of Star Wars books, and I do like reading the Star Wars novels. So I'm, going to get me a couple of them. I got some Ed Greenwood books the last time I was over there. I'm going to get some different ones this time. But, I go to the chow hall, and there's a couple of guys. We sit at the same table and we eat. We got this old guy named Red. Like, let me tell you, people, there's probably going to be about 10 separate episodes just on Red alone. This is a character. Man, he's a character. He's been in prison for 47 years. He's been in prison 2 years longer than I've been alive. He fought in the Korean War. He fought in the Vietnam War. And he was a paratrooper. This man, he led a very interesting and exciting life. And, he's killed 13 people and stabbed 13 people, He's killed and stabbed 13 people. Excuse me, I said that wrong. Since he's been in prison, and that's what he ran his time up. Because when he first came into the system, he only had 11 years. And now it's 47 years later. And, this old bastard's just as crazy and just as willing to stab somebody today as he was back then. And, I've had to calm his ass down a couple of times. I literally had to get in between him and a child molester because he was going to beat the damn child molester to death. I'm like, come on, Red, you got to stop this shit, man. Calm. Like, yeah, he's a piece of shit, man, but, just let it go, buddy. Let it go, man. He's a damn hoot. I'm loving it. I'm in the best pod up here. I get wrecked all day long. I'm about to get visits. My buddy Michael won, and Paulie, they're coming to visit me at the end of April. I've got some other visits coming. Other people around the world are coming. Another guy from Australia is coming to visit me in May. I've got a buddy of mine, David, and his wife Sarah are getting ready to come visit me in about 2 weeks. So them two will be the very first visits I've ever had in my life in prison. The cool thing is they only live like 2 hours up the road in Roanoke, Virginia. So, I feel so much better here. I feel like a damn human again. Like, I feel like I can be a man again. I feel free. I've told several people here, like, they look at me like I'm crazy. Like, I feel like I'm on vacation. Like, I'm not even in prison. And it comes down to perspective. I know how much worse it gets. A lot of these guys, they don't have a clue how much worse it gets. So when they get to crying and complaining, I just like, man, I'm not trying to hear it, man. Like, I'm loving it, buddy. I'm having a damn ball here. And if you're not, it's because you choose not to. I choose to have fun. I choose to live life and enjoy it no matter where I'm at. I officially asked Nick, that's short for Nicole, by the way, to marry me. She said yes. She couldn't deny my southern sexiness any longer. So we're in the process of getting the paperwork and everything done so that we can get married. That might be a little bit of a pain in the ass to do because she's from another country. We're definitely going to get it done, and I'm definitely going to marry her because that woman, God himself couldn't put into words how I feel about her. And it's just, things are just on the up and up. The second look log did get shot back down again, but it's going to be back. My time in prison is coming to a close. I feel it. I need to maintain, and I had a really close call earlier this week. I'm not going to go into detail over it, but I definitely will in a later podcast. But someone stole my wife's phone number and called her and tried their hand in pulling her, and that's just some lines in life you don't cross. And that's one of them. I didn't mind you trying to take my wife from me. Like, if you think you got the game to pull her, like, hell, I'll put you on the phone. Just be a man and ask me. Don't steal. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a coward and sneak into somebody's player or cell or whatnot and get information and then go try your hand. Like, that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem with that one. But I'll go into detail about that later. I'm loving it. People, I cannot begin to tell you how much I'm enjoying this place. You got a few little hiccups here or there. That's to be expected. I'm gonna have that on the street when I give this time back and come home. Whenever that may be. You're always gonna have hiccups in life. But this is the thing. I want you to do something. I want you to look over your life. Just it doesn't have to be a long, drawn out process. Take a somewhat quick snapshot of your life and think about some of the bad things that's happened to you. Were you raped? Were you beat up? Were you robbed? Were you molested? Were you wrongfully accused of something? Were you embarrassed? Did you get caught in a lie? Like, kind of think of the things bad that's happened to you. Broken relationships? Was you cheated on? That kind of thing. And I want you to do something. After you do that, think of this. You're still alive. You're still there to think about these things. So that means you survived them. And if you've survived all of those things, it's made you a little bit stronger, whether you're aware of it yet or not. It's made you stronger. Every hardship you go through in life that does not kill you, that does not break you, it made you stronger. Think about that the next time you go through something. Look at it from this perspective. This is just making me a better person. This is making me a better man. This is making me a better woman. This is making me a better Christian. This is making me a better Muslim. This is making me a better this, a better... It doesn't matter. It's making you better. And focus on that instead of the hell that you face. That's where people go wrong. You're constantly focusing on the bad. Be aware of the bad, but focus on the good. Don't live your life like a damn ostrich with your head in the sand. Be cognitive of your life. Be cognitive of your past mistakes, the things that were done to you and so on and so forth. But choose to focus on the good. Choose to focus on, hey, this made me better. This made me smarter. This made me love a little bit more. This made me care about people a little bit more. Because when you do that, you'll be just like me. You'll be walking in a prison where everybody else is crying and complaining about everything, and you'll feel like you're on a vacation. Because at the end of the day, I'm on a vacation. Because this prison ain't got on Red Onion or Wallen's Ridge. It's so much better here.
You have 1 minute remaining.
The commissary is 100 times better. The hygiene up here is 100 times better. The showers, the windows, the chair, the cell. I'm not done with this episode, trust me. There's going to be more to follow about how good this place is and about how perspective can and should change your life.